You're probably wondering, Chris, why are you upside down? And you might think it's special effects. It is. But it's because my plants are upside down. Let me just... Okay, now we're back in normal mode again. Yeah, I had plans for the last video, and they were meant to be a video and everything out. That video kind of got stuck in the process. So when you can't finish one video, what do? You clearly start another video for then being able to go back to the other video for them to release it for another time, and then you start a new. You can see my fault train here. We're kind of going in a loop here, and we're in a new video today. So the other video I'm stuck in, you'll get to see at another point. We're in a spring village. We at spawn because today, as you can probably see on the title, we're working on some games on the gaming district. Let us just go over there quickly. Sorry if I confused you there in the start, dude. I'm even confused myself, but I thought, why not add some more games? So I was recently, my dad turned 60 and we were in a cabin. Let me just sleep so I don't get rushed by mobs. And while we were in that cabin, we played some board games and made me think, what games can I turn into fun minigames games in Minecraft? So today we have 3 games and we have to make that. And who knows, if this is very popular, we might even go back and do more videos, or yeah, more games in other videos. That's what I meant. But let me get to the first board game, mini game, and let me walk through every single one of them with you. And hopefully you will enjoy this little bit different fellowship video. The first game is called Spejlæg in Danish. The best way to translate it is Friegg, as you can see on the title, and that's what I'm gonna call the game. Friegg is a very, very simple board game that just kind of has that you have to move eggs out of your basket and then try to get rid of the eggs the fastest. It's something we enjoyed to play in my family. We still played it on the cabin trip because it's simple and easy to play around with. It's simple, straight up. You just roll the dice and you just place or pick up eggs. No big brain power. So if it's late, no one has to use a lot of brain. We just have fun, laughs with it. We try to shout out guesses and everything when people roll the dice, because you know there's an egg in cup 2 and you say you're gonna roll 2, you're gonna roll 2, and they roll a 2. They think you know you're on their neck, but you know the luck of a dice is just random. So it's really simple like that, really fun. I'm gonna read out the rules for you guys so you also know kind of what the basics of the game is, because I have kind of realized in my research it's pretty much a Scandinavian game. All the games I have seen has Swedish, Norwegian and Danish rule sets. There's not really any English, but if any of you in other countries that played it, please let me know in the comments, because I think it would be cool to hear about what is it actually called in English or any other languages, because I think this is a very Scandinavian specific game, but it might not be. And for all good board games, you also need a good board. And I'm looking at my board and I'm still making some small adjustments. Just small hooks and stuff like this. Just to make it look better. And we're still making, but it should be fairly straight up here. From the rules, we each have a basket, each color. I'm gonna get item frames, and then we each have, or there's the frying pan. When number 6 gets dragged away, I'll have some sort of collection here for the eggs, and then we have the different small egg cups where you will be either able to place your eggs or collect it again. And here I'm gonna build the dice. So I think it's fairly straightforward with this. I tried to make it look some sort of a frying pan. I can't say it really does, but I didn't really know how to make it look any more like it, but it's okay. Like, I like this frying pan here in the middle. Definitely got that reassembled, and with the function it definitely works well. So yeah, get the dice, get the collection system for the eggs and the storage for the eggs. So the rule set is made, or game rules. I didn't make it, I just copied them from the book. And the whole plate is set, and the dice is working, and even the egg collecting system is working as well. And then I was looking at the board and I was like, I actually missed a pretty good opportunity here to make it a full egg. So I'm just gonna adjust the egg quickly, and then we will hopefully have a nice egg looking board. And just like that, it's fixed. And I even discovered that in the middle it was a little bit too dark, so the frying pan now has some Lights. I think with all this done, I'm gonna try to gather some of the other fellows and we should try to play around of it, and then I'll explain you guys the game rules so you can maybe do it yourself. Fried egg is a game for 2 to 4 players. Objective is to empty your basket of eggs first. You then fill your basket before you start the game. If you're 2 players, you put 8 eggs in, but if you're 3 or 4 players, you only have 7 eggs. You then roll the dice to see who goes first. When the game starts, if you roll 1 to 5, you put an egg in the cup that's corresponding to that number. If there's already an egg in that cup, you pick up the egg and put it in your own basket. If you roll a 6, you're allowed to drop your egg in the frying pan, which is a fried egg. That means you place it and it disappears out of the game. If you roll, you can do an extra roll if you get rid of an egg, but you can also choose to stop if the odds are against you. Let us say cup 1, 2, 3, and 5 is full. That means you can only roll a 4 or 6 to get rid of an egg. That doesn't seem like it's a good chance, and you can pass the dice on to the next person. But if you then choose to go again and you roll a 2 and you pick up an egg, then your turn is over and it moves on to the next person. So after we play tested the game, Herring actually came up with a really smart idea with the frying pan. So just need to double check. Let me just turn up the sound, then I'm 100% sure you guys probably will be able to hear it, but just hear it. It sounds like something is getting fried. Let me just show. We literally just added redstone torch burnout to a note block, which then creates that sound every time an item goes through the hopper. So nice little twerk, a little bit of a fun addition to the game to make it a little bit more of a, like, I guess, of a little fun tingery stuff. I don't know if that's the word, but definitely gives a little bit extra to the game. Every time someone throws the egg in the frying pan, everyone can hear it. So thanks for that input, Herring. And that's why we like to game test the games with other people, because then stuff like this can be brought up. So as a kid, I played this game pretty often with my brother, or often. We had periods where we played it more, you could say. I think it's called Mikado. It's a bunch, I'm probably having a picture here, but a bunch of sticks you hold up and then you let go. And then you have to move one stick at a time without anything else moving. You have to pick the stick, and if you can't get it, turn goes over to the next person until all the sticks are gone. You can't really fully recreate that concept in Minecraft, but dispensing items onto the floor, as this game will do, you can then be able to kind of play the concept of it, which I thought that's great. And that was a fun game we would play sometimes if we were on a family trip in a cabin or something. We would have that set, or at home on the living room floor. So I thought I had to add that into Minecraft as well. The rules for Mikado, or as I call it, wool straws, is that you can be 2 to 8 players, and the objective is to be the last person standing. As preparation, you make sure that the cloud, which I made, you can make it however you want, is full of 9 different types of blocks. I use wool because there's different colors. Then you figure out who goes first, and then the order is clockwise. You then flip the trapdoors in the cloud to make the wool come out of the cloud. Then, when the wool is dispensed, the game starts. Before a player's turn, they have to call the color they're going for. So if I want to go for the pink wool, I will call pink. And then if the player picks up their picked color, the turn goes on. If the player picks another color or multiple colors, they are out of the round. The game continues until one player stands back. If all 9 wool has been picked up and there are more than 1 player left, you then reset and repeat the thing with the wool in the dropper. Honestly, the way this arena turned out is really nice. I kind of enjoy it with the cloud, because when you think about it, what better item is there to use than a cloud? And then it's easy accessible, and then you can start playing it and say, I'm gonna get blue. There you go. Next one, orange, as you probably saw in the replay I did where I played with some of the other guys on the server as well. Purple, oh okay, fair enough. Black, can I get that? I picked up red. Then you go. Then you put them all back and restart the game. Cozy, you can always sit down in between rounds. cloud from afar. Let's just take a look at it, by the way. Let's just, I was just admiring it or adoring it from earlier, and I just think it's really nice. So really satisfied with how this turned out as well. So the last game, also a childhood favorite of mine, but it's inspired from a little bit of a different scenario. So I took that game plus another one from Hypixel and mixed them together into this board game here, or mini game as you can call it, where you get coordinates and then from there you have to try to cover as much area as possible. I don't know if you know the game, but in a note block we used to do that a lot when we were on road trips. Put a lot of dots and then you would put a line every turn, and then when you were the last one to complete the square you would get that point, and then it went on until the whole board was covered in completed squares, and then you were able to then count the points and see who had the most area covered. This would normally be 2 to 3 player game. Me and my brother would play with my dad. Sometimes even when we were out with adults for family birthdays and there was a lot of adults speaking, my dad would entertain us that way so we could sit still and play. And I just have so fun memories with it, so I thought I had to find a way to add some sort of combination in. I know there could be other ways, but this is how I chose to make it a game in Minecraft at least. So we've set up the arena for Wall Rush. Now I just need to add in the coordinates on the side. Not fully sure. I'm not going to be used that size. I'm thinking just using 2 of them. And we also need, I'm taking inspiration from the egg game where we built the dice machine. I think we're gonna take inspiration from that and make 2 ones and make sorry, I need, oh okay, there, put that there, I might actually move it 1 forward because then I can cover up the back. It's like when you look at it from behind, it doesn't look too nice. That's not harsh to say, that's just how things are. Go there, and we need other 2 hoppers. Goes there, and I got a lever, and then let us just try to test it with there. And let me just cover it up just quickly because, and add in the trapdoors a little bit, but then we have all the coordinates, all the banners from 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Counting with Chris, 8, 9, 7, 9. Then we put in all the letters. Let's put some. And now I'm like, should I have done it the other way around? So I have the, oh well. So that's 5I. So then that's where you will start. You will start on row 5 and then the I. Then the next one can go and be like, okay, I get 6H. Okay. Then you keep going like that. And the players then get the coordinate where they have to start from and then try to cover up their area. I think that's pretty, oh, at least you don't get trapped there. I think that's a really nice addition with that. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to fill in the signs with the coordinates and then we will see the final result. So yeah, the arena is done, and as you probably saw in the clip earlier, we managed to play it as well. And I kind of like, I know the art is a little bit wonky because hanging signs are a little bit more narrow than normal signs. Something new I learned as well, or I guess I knew but I hadn't thought about it. But I think it's really well. Like we could, like, you know, if anything, you could always say, oh well, we're just gonna, you know, make, there you go. It's a little bit wonkier, but then it's narrow. Could work, but that's something I could work on in my spare time. I think it looks really nice. The coordinator role works. Oh, that would be awful. 9H, just like all the way in the corner there. That would be an awful start, but yeah, I'm really satisfied with how this arena turned out, at least. So in a Wool Rush, it's recommended to be at least 3 players. The objective is to place most wool blocks or cover the most of the board with the color you have chosen. As a preparation, everyone picks a color, then they go and flick the lever to see your start coordinates at the coordinate giver. And then you place your first wool block on the coordinates that was given you. And then from that, the players then agree on a turn order. When you then start the game, you're only allowed to place blocks adjacent to one of your own colors. So you can't do it diagonal and you can't do it anywhere else on the board, but you have to try to cover up your area from where you start. When you have isolated an area, you're allowed to then cover it up with your color if no one else can do it. So I will just say I have had a lot of fun doing these free mini games. It's been fun to then turn games I have enjoyed from my childhood into fun games in Minecraft, and I actually kind of want to do more, so I'm already starting drafting up 3 more games. So if this video gets 20 likes, I will move the process up and do that video earlier. Otherwise that will probably come because I'm bit by these mini games. But if you guys enjoyed it, please like the video, because if we get 20 likes, I know that you enjoyed it, and then I might try to do another one with 3 new mini games added into this district. So I hope that you did enjoy it. I have had so much fun. It's been fun and different to create games and think a little bit outside the box and use some of methods or thoughts that, you know, make a simple redstone, make a dice machine, just yeah, and find inspiration on those kind of things. And yeah, it's been really nice to play around with a little bit of ease. So as I mentioned in the start of the video, I was working on something else, hasn't gone to plan. Been able to take a break from that, so now I can return to the video that was actually planned for now, and then I'll see you all in that video. Until then, please do take care, and thank you for watching, and thanks for the support as always.